Your comedy tour.
Yes.
What's at the heart of it?
Heart. Heart's at the heart of it because it's just truth and honesty, and I think is the thing that a lot of people see. I'm bold. I'm bold. I have a what's called. Some people would compare it to Tourette's, but it is because I will blurt out the most inappropriate stuff at any time. But I think it's just a thing that most people are thinking of that they're just scared to say. You know, and but I'm not scared. I'm not scared to say it. I'm not scared of being canceled. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a curious way, right? Like why? Why is the thing that I'm always asking about everything. So I think I have a master's degree in Black Karen because I will question everything all the time.
Wow.
Why? Why? Because it don't make sense. And I think that's just the man in me too. Like, you know, if I'm being misogynistic, if at all, it's the logical thing. You're gonna let me on the plane, you're gonna take away the knife, but give me a metal fork. I need explanations. It's these four prongs are gonna still, like, I need understanding of why you just, and why you're taking all the stuff and putting it in a trash can that is supposedly explosive right here. Like, your logic doesn't make sense. It drives me insane.
Let me ask you this. We're living in a time where
Spirit Airlines. Why are you charging me $89 to go to Korea, but $5,000 for my bags? You think I'm
Right.
stupid? I'm not stupid.
it's all about the money.
Yeah, but you don't have any class of service on your flights. You know, it's like folding chairs with cloth on them. And anyway, continue.
We're living in a time where life is challenging for people. Carl, how important is it to stop and laugh and enjoy life?
As important as it's been since the beginning of time. You know, we need laughter. Laughter's healing. It's the thing that got people through the many depressions before. And scientifically, it releases endorphins. It releases these things that are needed for you to live a healthier life. So I think I realized my purpose a long time ago with regards to that. Your gift and your purpose go together. Makes sense? And, you know, I'm just doing God's work.
What do you want the takeaways to be from people who come to your shows?
That's a great question. That is a great question. Okay, without thought, in the moment, what I want people to escape, even if it's for a second. Even if it's for that 2 hours that they got a babysitter. You know, like you said, these are crazy times, right? So even if it's for that short amount of time, they were able to have some sort of levity and balance in their life, right? And I also want them to, I guess they'll get to know a little bit more about me. Just a little bit.
Speaking about you, what don't we know about you and what you got from being on the Cosby Show and then on the Martin sitcom?
What don't people know? A lot. That's a loaded question. I think that so I was just having a conversation the other day with someone who was like, basically, I have to write my memoirs. I have to tell my story, my journey, because I have so many stories, so many unbelievable, unfathomable things that you're like, no. And I think that'll be in the book. You know, I'm putting pieces of it on stage. Yeah, I'm testing it out. So there's pieces, and there's pieces of it in the show. So I can't just tell you about it, but yeah, you'll come see it, and then you'll some stuff will be revealed, some stuff, you know.
You originally wanted to be a Broadway, New York?
Yeah.
stage play?
So I thought that, you know, growing up in New York, you know, studying with some of the greats, you know, techniques and actual teachers, and whether it be Meisner and, Adler, whatever. It's like, I always was going to do Broadway. Like, I thought Broadway was the pinnacle. I never thought I'd make it in TV or, film or whatever. And I still haven't done Broadway. So that's like on my bucket list. That's the thing. That's the last piece of the pie, But yeah. I plan on doing Broadway within the next 12 months. Yeah, I said it. I said it.
Is something in the works?
Nope, but God told me there is, so there is.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
like I'm manifesting it. I'm just saying that's what I want to happen, and that's what's gonna happen. So,
When you're on stage,
Yeah.
in Carl's mind,
yeah.
what's success when you're on stage?
What is
performing?
success on stage?
Yeah. How do you know you hit the mark?
It's a rhythm. It's a dance. It's a dance, and it's like an energy that you can feel, right? So there's a give and take. It's like a salsa. It's like a mambo. It's like when you're hitting your notes and you're hitting your steps, and and it's energy, right? So if I'm giving you a certain amount of energy and you're giving me back that same energy, and we're matching each other's frequencies, and it's almost like it's like a guitar in my hand at that point, right? When I hit a note, bow, I know the note that it's going to hit and how long I can play it, and yeah, it's almost. I've compared different nights and different things to whether it be dancing, whether it be a relationship, it's foreplay, and then or it's a 3-course meal. We had our little, and then we had our main course, and then I give you dessert, and now you're satisfied with a little after drink. By the time you're done, you're like, oh, I'm so full. That was amazing. That was great. You ever have a good meal? You have a great meal, and when you finish it off with a great dessert and a drink, you just feel satisfied. It's very cathartic. You walk away going, yeah, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna do this again.
Tell me this. I just couldn't even imagine being on set during a taping of Martin. How did you not break character?
Ooh, we did a lot, but it was hard. It was definitely hard. And I think that's the thing that we did. We like to test each other, so we would literally like go off script and go off book and do different things to make each other laugh a lot. And you can see it. It's there. Like, it's there in a lot of the episodes. You can see what we've, because they leave it, where you'll see Martin go. He'll try to look away and try to turn his head, or I got caught. The worst was in the episode with Dragonfly Jones when he was trying to teach us self-defense, and I was on the couch, and I just lost it. I lost it, and they just left it in there. As a longer version of the story, but yeah, we used to do it to each other a lot.
For young people hoping one day to get the break that you got, what is your advice? What do you tell them?
To all the young people out there, all the big dreamers, my advice is trying to come into this. The game has changed. The game has completely changed. So, it's called show business. The business word is bigger than the show. Your talent is going to get you so far, but your business acumen and your knowledge of the way this thing works now is what's going to be about longevity. You understand what I'm saying? So, so my advice would be to, just like I tell my sons, whatever it is that you want to do, make sure that you know everything about that thing that you want to do is. And, learn everything, the ins, the outs, and then put in the work. If you put in the work, the rest will come. If you put in the work, the rest will come. And do it because you actually love it. Or if you're just doing it for the money, but then focus on what you're focused on. Because then you'll be upset or surprised if you are focused on this and you think it's going to yield that, or does, you know what I mean? have a focus, and you'll never be disappointed. But I always tell people, do what you love to do, and then you'll never work a day in your life, because there's work and then there's jobs, right? Work is what pays you, but your job is what you're called to do. Yeah.
Not everybody gets a chance to do the improv, whether it's here or in other cities.
Mm-hmm. It's the Gatekeepers. It's not. Yeah. It's the Gatekeepers.
Well, let me ask you this:
Gatekeepers.
You're doing 5 shows here.
Yeah.
For someone who's never been to your show.
Yeah.
How do you get them there? What do you want them to know that they're missing if they haven't been to your show?
A really, really genuine good time. An escape, like I said before, and a genuine good time. Because that's what we do. We have fun. We have fun. We literally have fun on that stage. I don't tell jokes. I talk about real life, you know what I mean? And I talk about my life. But it's all relatable, right? Because what's personal to you is also universal, right? Whatever you've been through with work, kids, relationships, believe it or not, 9 times out of 10, that same person in the audience has been, and so then they don't feel like they're alone, right? They're not in it by themselves. Misery loves company, but sometimes you got to laugh about it. And so it's not all about misery, but it's, it's like it's a small AA meeting with about 300 people, except for they don't get to speak. They just get to enjoy mine.
Well, because where we are in this country, I got to ask.
Yeah.
Any jokes about politics?
I touch on it. I don't want to say jokes. I just leave food for thought. So I would call my stuff soul food. That's what I do. I feed you. I feed you at these shows. You're missing out on soul food. See, now I know how to answer it next time somebody asks me. It's soul food. It's food for your soul. That's what I'm giving you. With regards to politics, it gets a little messy because everyone is so opinionated. And the problem with that is it's your opinion. People are crazy about how they feel versus what the facts are. And this is in real life too, right? In your relationships and an argument, you'll get people, well, I feel, but what are the facts? If you take away X, Y, and Z, and people aren't, I did this joke. You got to be careful. I was in New Mexico, and I was doing a joke I hadn't fully thought through. I was working it out. And it was about the Latino community in regards to which way they were going to go. And their response shocked me before I could finish the joke. Now, I'm not saying I got booed or anything like that, because I just asked a question. But I didn't expect the answer. And so I was like, oh, pivot, left. Look over there. Quick, the lights.
All right, last question. So you talked about your bucket list. If we open up the headlines and your name is in the headline, what's it going to say?
Ooh.
New headline.
As far as my bucket list, is this a Broadway thing? Or?
Your future.
Oh, shoot. Does it again? Does it again? Yeah. One step. Yeah. Does it again. That's what it is. Yeah.